For people who have breast cancer, eating a balanced diet is very important. The right nutrition is very crucial to improve your body's ability to recover from cancer therapy, which can have several side effects, including mouth sores, lack of appetite, nausea, and vomiting. Now, even if you're having difficulty eating enough, users can also use these tips I'm about to show you to get more nutrition into your daily diet. So, guys, stick with me till the end of this video as I take you through the kind of food to consume, the ones to avoid, and other health habits you'll need to stick to during chemotherapy. With that being said, let's get started. First, let's start with the kind of foods you should be eating. Most people who have breast cancer are either receiving chemotherapy, hormone treatment, or HER2 targeted medications. The type and stage of your cancer will determine your treatment. You may even undergo radiotherapy. One of the many negative effects may be that you have lost your appetite. Typically, you would receive these therapies following a breast-conserving surgery, BCS, also known as a lumpectomy, partial mastectomy, or complete mastectomy. Coping with the treatments and the physical changes can be hard. According to research, over 50% of breast cancer patients also experience anxiety or depression. Breast cancer may negatively influence your appetite because it can have a substantial impact on both your physical and mental well-being. Making healthy eating choices can support your body and brain as you continue to combat the condition, even if it might be challenging. This guide was developed to make eating healthily easier. For those with breast cancer, there is no recommended diet in particular. Your nutritional requirements could vary based on a variety of factors, such as other medical conditions, your body weight, vitamin deficiencies, medications, and any symptoms you may be experiencing right now. You can get assistance from your medical team, including a registered dietitian with expertise in oncology nutrition, in developing a diet that is right for your needs and general health. Now, the foods I'll be listing here are based on general recommendations to maintain overall health while living with breast cancer. You should endeavor to consume more whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, protein sources like chicken and turkey, fatty fish like trout or salmon, and plant-based protein sources like lentils and nuts. Be sure to eat foods rich in protein and healthy fats. Include sources of healthy fat like nuts and seeds, avocados, and olive oil, along with sources of protein like eggs, poultry, lentils, and fish. If you need to maintain or gain weight, foods high in protein are vital for preserving muscular mass. And for those occasions when you don't feel like eating solid things, get blended liquids like milkshakes, smoothies, juices, or soups. To relieve constipation, you also need high-fiber foods like whole grains, flax seeds, legumes, veggies, and fruits. Your body may be able to fight cancer if you consume meals that contain particular phytochemicals. These compounds are mainly found in foods made from plants. However, a word of caution. While some studies may indicate that these substances may help lower cancer risk or recurrence, further research is required to pinpoint their exact impact on already existing malignancies as opposed to cancer risk. More generally, evidence indicates that people with breast cancer may have a higher chance of survival when they consume more fruits and vegetables, particularly green leafy or cruciferous vegetables. Consuming blueberries, for instance, had a significant relation with reduced breast cancer mortality and overall mortality. On the other hand, excessive fruit juice consumption, apart from orange juice, is linked to lower survival rates for breast cancer and other diseases. In addition to phytochemicals, researchers believe that the glycemic index of fruits and vegetables may potentially have a role in breast cancer survival. Other research also shows that drinking approximately 5 cups of green tea a day or more may reduce the risk of breast cancer recurring by 19%. Now, let's talk about the kind of foods to avoid. It's possible that you can only stomach a limited number of foods when you're suffering from treatment-related side effects. You may need to avoid or limit your consumption of specific foods and beverages, like beer, wine, and liquor, in certain circumstances as recommended by your doctor, because they may interact with the cancer medications you take. There is also some weak evidence that drinking alcohol increases the risk of mortality and recurrence for those with breast cancer. You should stay away from foods that are spicy, crunchy, or acidic. These could exacerbate mouth soreness, a typical adverse effect of chemotherapy. Don't eat any undercooked food. Infections are more likely to affect someone with breast cancer. During your therapy, stay away from raw foods like sushi and oysters. Before consuming, ensure that all meats, fish, and poultry have reached a safe temperature. Avoid raw nuts, spoiled or moldy food, and leftovers that have been stored in the fridge for more than 3 days for the same reason. Additionally, you will have to give up red and processed meat. Mortality risk has been associated with lower levels of diet quality. Red and processed meats have corresponded with lower dietary quality. However, you must also avoid refined carbohydrates and highly processed foods. According to a 2018 prospective study, eating foods that have undergone extreme processing raises one's risk of breast cancer by 10%. You'll also need to consider cutting back on the amount of sugar-sweetened beverages you consume. You can maintain a healthy weight by consuming less added sugar. Now, if you've been reading about breast cancer online, you might find claims that one diet or another can cure you. Be cautious of these exaggerated claims. In general, evidence suggests that eating a balanced diet rich in fresh produce, whole grains, chicken, and low-fat dairy products may increase the likelihood of surviving cancer. So any diet, such as the Mediterranean diet that encourages this kind of eating, may help support your cancer recovery. Contrarily, consuming fried, processed, or high-sugar foods may not be the best choice. Now, if you want to consider specific diets, you'll need to consider these precautions. So what are these diets, and what are the precautions you need to take? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the keto diet. The ketogenic diet is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate meal pattern that has recently gained popularity. To induce a condition of ketosis, where your body is compelled to use fat stored in your body for energy, you drastically reduce your carbohydrate intake. The ketogenic diet hasn't been proven to treat breast cancer, despite a few studies suggesting it may be helpful for some cancers. Additionally, it might be dangerous if it changes the chemical balance in your body. We also have a plant-based diet. When you follow a plant-based diet, you primarily consume foods like grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. While many people who follow plant-based diets still consume animal products, this is comparable to a vegetarian or vegan diet. They do, however, moderate their intake. To avoid cancer, the American Institute for Cancer Research suggests eating a plant-based diet. According to their studies, this diet may also be advantageous for cancer survivors. The diet enables you to obtain protein and nutrients from animal products while also consuming fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals from plant foods. In the end, every diet you take should include a healthy ratio of calories, protein, minerals, and good fats. Going extreme in any direction could be dangerous. Make sure any new diet is safe for you before attempting it by consulting your nutritionist and physician. And then we have the Mediterranean diet. If you consume a Mediterranean-style diet, you probably eat a lot of different fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds. In smaller quantities, this diet also contains olive oil, legumes, dairy, and proteins like chicken, eggs, and fish. This diet typically involves eating unprocessed foods. You rarely drink alcohol, generally wine, and almost often with meals. The diet limits the intake of processed meats while minimizing the intake of sugar, salt, and saturated fat. According to numerous research, following a Mediterranean diet may lower your chance of developing breast cancer and may benefit breast cancer mortality. Additionally, studies indicate that the diet may help you sleep better, experience less pain, and feel better overall. However, it might not be able to entirely discount any other factors that might have had a part in these results. Now let's look at some tips for eating healthy. You may experience side effects from breast cancer therapy and symptoms that make it difficult for you to prepare meals, plan meals, or eat normally. So here are some suggestions to make eating well more convenient. You should eat smaller portions. Eating 3 substantial meals a day can be challenging if you have nausea, bloating, or constipation. Graze on smaller meals 5 or 6 times per day to ensure you obtain the calories you need. Include snacks like apples with peanut butter, yogurt with berries, and hard-boiled eggs. Meet with a registered dietitian. A nutritionist can assist you in creating a nutritious meal plan that fits your dietary requirements and food choices. To eat a more well-balanced diet, they can also teach you how to deal with the adverse effects of cancer therapy, like nausea. Work with a nutritionist who knows about treating breast cancer patients if you can. Request a recommendation from your oncologist or nurse. Include more liquids. Get your nutrients from liquids like smoothies or nutritional drinks. If your mouth hurts too much to consume solid meals, you can get dehydrated as a result of medication side effects like vomiting and diarrhea. Throughout the day, have 8 to 12 glasses of water. Some of that fluids may be fruit juice, milk, or low-sodium broth while you're receiving treatment. Consume less coffee and make an effort to eat moist foods like fruits. Now you can see that eating a nutritious diet when you have breast cancer has many health benefits. It will not only help you feel better more quickly, but it will also help you stay healthy and strong. If you're considering trying a new diet or having trouble sticking to a healthy eating plan, talk to your doctor or a dietitian. All right, guys, that's all for today. If you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to see more.